Can anyone really learn to live in a present by reading books? What do you think? I need to know who has written the book, first of all. I need to know the author of the book. And the question that only enlightenment people can live in the present, enlightenment people don't live in time. Forget about present. They are just living. They are just living. There is no time. Enlightened people don't live in any time. Because time itself is an illusion and they get to know post the right knowledge. So there is no present. There is apart from the eternal now, there is no time. Show me the past. When you say that you are only living in the present. You are thinking about the past and future. Are you living, like, even if you, without even reading the book, are you living in the present? Can you live in the past or can you live in the future? No. You are, without reading the book, with reading the book, you can only live in the present. Living means surviving. You are breathing in the present. Just try to breathe yourself in the past or breathe yourself in the future. Can you do it? Can you do it? Try to take one inhalation or exhalation in the future, or one inhalation and exhalation from the past. Can you borrow one molecule of oxygen from your past? You can only live in the present moment, with or without. You don't need any book for that. What do you actually need is how to get out of the mind that is hoping and surviving, or creating projections or expectations, or living in the guilt of the past or the future. Your body, your physical body, can only live in the present moment. Your mind, that is not allowing you to be in coherence with your body. वही तो योग है ना. योग का मतलब क्या है? Why do the yoga teachers tell you that while you are doing any asana, focus on your breath? Because your body is flowing. It's trying to do some particular asana in the present. And you are thinking that once you return back home after finishing the yoga stretching or whatever, then you will cook something. Your mind is running in the future. Breath is the only thing consciously, unconsciously that is happening right now. That's why the focus of so much on the breath. That's why there's so much of focus on your breath. Are you getting my point? You are anyhow living or surviving in the present. Present के अलावा कोई टाइम है तो दिखाओ मेरे को. Bring it in front of me. है क्या? आपका माइंड पास्ट गिल्ट्स और मेमोरीज में जी रहा है, या तो आपका फ्यूचर एक्सपेक्टेशन और प्रोजेक्शन और हैल्यूसिनेशन में जी रहा है. You are anyhow, you are breathing in the present moment. Your heart beat is going right now in the present moment. इसके अलावा कहाँ है? Like, is your heart throbbing for a future moment? It can throb in the anticipation of an excitement or a stress that's going to cause. But that stress is again a thought or a projection or a planning from the future. Are you getting my point? Yes, no, maybe क्या?
Recording in progress.
समझ में आ रहा है? You can only live in the present without the book. The teachers who are most often than not, whosoever are teaching these things, they are like, first of all, nobody can directly, the mind cannot come directly to the present moment. Let's say when you're talking about the living, let's now start pointing out which aspect of you wants to live in the present. Your mind. Now the question comes, again the fundamental question arises, can you force your mind to be in the present moment with an aid of breath? No. The answer is strictly no. You can pretend to do it, you can practice it for a few seconds, but it will again fail. Nobody can force themselves to a mindfulness, जो activity बोलते हैं, let's be mindful, let's be in the flow moment, that you can do it for a particular time series, let's say, but again and again your mind will go back and forth. That can only be done once your past burden has been taken care of. Hence again past life regression. Once your past has been handled, you automatically, you have no place other than going into the present, arriving into the present moment. Right now you are contemplating things from the past, you are thinking, you are like reconsidering, rethinking. They are none of the unique ideas, they are not creative flows, most often than not. They are just reliving, trying to relive those unlived moments. Why is past bothering you? First of all, tell me, why does the even past bothering you? Because in the past you were left unfulfilled somewhere. Why? Because when I'm talking about any past, like for example, this is a present moment. After 10 minutes, this will become a past moment for you. Now, if you are not focused on what I am telling, and you are just wondering, like I gave you some clue that go to the future moment, go to the past moment, your mind is again jumping from here to there. Because this present moment became your unlived present moment. So that is going to create a void inside you. And that is what bothers us in the future, which will again become the present at a future moment. Future भी नहीं है, वो भी जब present बनेगा in the future, then it will bother you. So time by time, in accumulation, in cumulation, we are just living the unlived pasts. Because past जब present था, आप उस समय गायब थे. That's for awareness. Awareness brings you back again and again. Because the only activity that can happen in the present is awareness. Awareness cannot be occurring in the past or future. You cannot be aware of past and future. You can only be aware of the present moment. Are you getting my point? You can only be aware of the... Awareness is an only activity that can happen in the present moment. As a mind activity, as a third person POV. अगर कुछ हो ही नहीं रहा है तो आप उसके बारे में जान कैसे रहे हो? That's why absolutely none of these methods. Even if आप meditation भी करोगे, आप बोलोगे कि once 1 hour I meditated, I did like for any tape recording I did, any relaxation I did, then after that 1 hour you will back to square one. You are back to square one. Because mind itself is a problem. Not what mind is doing. Anything it does, it's a problem. Because mind itself is a problem. और प्रेजेंट को डायरेक्टली कोई भी नहीं आ सकता है. Nobody can live directly in the present. If you have lived, if you don't have any regrets, you don't have any like, वो तो होगा ही नहीं. Any guilt, whatever your unlived expectations, your unlived life is bothering you right now. Plain and simple. Now that past could be from your immediate life past, it could be from yesterday, it could be from 10 years back, it could be 15 days back, it could be from your childhood, it could be from your teenage, and then it can go into as long as like you have ever been. So accumulation of everything is required to be first handled, because then automatically there is no place apart from going into the present, arriving into the present. Yes. When I am telling past, means past from this past, like 2 minutes back से लेकर infinity तक, millions of years तक, thousands of years तक. Either you understand how does the philosophy work, so you can get over it. Like yesterday night I explained that completely. That's I explained yesterday night. कि पहले का आपका जो भी हुआ है अभी से लेकर पहले कितना भी, आप 1-2 इंसिडेंट्स में जान जाओगे कि एवरीथिंग इज योर रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर ईच एंड एवरीथिंग. फिर you don't have to go through each of those moments. Then you pull out yourself from each of those moments, because then you cannot go. It's practically impossible to revisit those lifetimes. You will not be able to deal with it, because right now you are not able to deal the present life itself. Just imagine throwing at 10 lives together, and that to the most bookmarked moments in those lives, the most emotionally triggering moments in those lifetimes. How will you deal with it? It's impossible to do it. You can know about certain things, that's it. 2, 3, 4 things that are most prominent in this lifetime, you can figure out a reason. But once that reason is clear, understand the philosophy behind that, why it occurred, know the pattern, and then back to start working on the present life. No, because past बोल के कुछ है नहीं. You are being aware of the past in the present moment. When I say that try to relive your life, like go back in the time when you were 5 years old, 10 years old. So you bring back some memory. Your mind goes and fetches that memory from the memory bank. It tries to fetch out certain images or voices or those cues, sensory cues that you have stored in your memory at the age of maybe 10, 11, 12 approximately. And you will only bring back those memory in the present moment. The memory is of the past, but it's happening, the recollection is happening, the reliving is happening in the present moment. So everything, you cannot, how will you go into the past? It's a figure of speech. It's a figure of speech, because how else will you understand? When we talk about the present भी तो जैसे I told the word present, 2 सेकेंड बीत गया, वो प्रेजेंट तो रहा ही नहीं, वो भी पास्ट बन गया. Immediately the moment I say something, it becomes your past. तो पास्ट तो प्रेजेंट तो कभी आप फेस ही नहीं कर पाओगे. We are witnessing, the act is to go and witness and heal yourself from whatever trigger and turbulations that you have gone through in the past memory, जो आपका unlived है, उसको fulfill करके लेके आना है आपको वापस, क्योंकि वहाँ पे void created है, some kind of an it's maybe unanswered. You might be living in those like created let's say dilemmas that happened, that occurred in the past when that incident was occurring. Right now, because अभी भी आप वैसे में जी रहे हो, because right now, as if right now as well as we are discussing, maybe in the morning you lived some you survived some moments that could be your future life bothering. It could become your future life bothering. So that needs to be dealt, or you understand it in a philosophical way, hence the spiritual books, hence the right way to understand the spiritual books. Again, because वो रात का lecture आपको याद है क्या हुआ. If you don't understand it that way, as a tool, nothing is going to आपके अंदर में कोई change नहीं होगा. Not an iota of shift will occur. And I am repeating it again and again. Your problem is not that you don't know what is going to happen in future. That's why the other day I told you don't need astrology and tarot and all. वो imperative नहीं है. Imperative is to go back and live in your past. Understand the past. You cannot directly tell कि let's forget the past and move ahead. ऐसा होता नहीं है. Impossible है वैसा. You can pretend through your willpower that you have like unburdened yourself from the past. But it follows you like shadow. The moment the trigger, next time the trigger comes in, again you will get caught up in that trigger. You will not be able to free from it.